Hey dancers, it's your guy BD Boogie here on an overview of my new plugin CartDance, which blends Breakdance and SureCart together. Now, Breakdance is my favorite page builder out there, and SureCart is a great alternative to WooCommerce when it comes to creating your e-commerce stores. Unfortunately, there is no native integration between these two amazing pieces of software. So mainly, I've created a plugin that brings and bridges these two together. Right now, I have it set to where Breakdance is enabled and SureCart is enabled. CartDance is not enabled, so you can see what exactly currently happens to styles on the front end for a site like this. As you can see, the mini cart brings in the global styles that I've set on the Breakdance site. If we go over to the cart, this works fine. All these items work perfectly. If we hover over to the checkout button, we can see that styles aren't really bringing in properly at this point. On the checkout page, you can see things that are coming in properly at this point. And we scroll down to like a section where I added a short code. We can see it's adopting the current styles I have set globally for Breakdance, such as like these product titles, which are currently hidden on that white background there. If we go to an actual product, we can see that some of the styles are not matching as well either here too. The pricing styles, the text is not coming in properly, the quantity box is broken, the add to cart and buy now are currently pulling in from the full site editor Gutenberg blocks area, where you'll be able to add those colors and manipulate them, but they're not coming in properly here, and this would look better with a different kind of color at this point. You can see the product cards do not come in proper on styling, so they appear very small and not in the proper width. If we go to a shop page, where we showcase an actual short code being pulled in from the full site editor. Actually, not even from the full site editor itself. It's actually just the blocks that are currently on the full site editor at that point. So as you can see here, everything's coming in broken. Does not look good at all, and it does pull in those global styles from Breakdance at the back end here too. Mainly, as we go back here, now we'll go ahead and activate CartDance. And once activated, you'll be taken to the CartDance admin settings at this point. You can see what version of the plugin you're currently using, if Breakdance is active, if SureCart is active, and if the license is active. Any of these are deactivated, you'll see a warning at the top here telling you which ones are. You can see the CS bridge is active, meaning it is linking between the SureCart variables and the current Breakdance styles on the front end. As you can see, I have brand and colors section, typography section, input and forms, shape and spacing, block compatibility, and an advanced section. Now, the brands and colors section is mainly self-explanatory. These are your primary brand colors, your state colors, your related product colors. If you want to change the card text color as well as the card background color, you can do so. You have the ability to change your button and card colors, like your mini cart, your buy now border and text, the add to cart text, and the add to cart background, and your main primary branding. So for right now, I'm going to switch this to red. And you can see currently that you have a live preview. If you save these settings, you can now see what exactly will come out on the front end. The typography side, you can see what font family you want to utilize. You can see the font size that are set to default, and you can see the product cards, product name sizing, the product price sizing, those font weights, and you'll see a preview here too. Inputs and form is mainly for the checkout area, as well as the custom SureCart forms. You can see exactly what that form will look like on this side with those border radiuses and heights, and the current background colors and text colors and label colors. Shape and spacing, border radius, and you can quick set all these pretty easily, and so you don't have to go section by section at that point. And you can see the spacing scale here too, and you see that shape preview as well. Now, this is the most important setting of the plugin. It is the block compatibility side. Mainly, this blends the full site editor that SureCart uses for its templates right within Breakdance, so that way you actually have the ability to meld these two together. You can see a description here why this tab exists exactly, and that's mainly for the main purpose of this plugin for version 1. Version 2, I plan on adding aspects where we can actually take the dynamic product titles, the product pricing, and the product information, and actually go into the builder and pull these in right into the builder itself. So that way you can make like custom card sections, with maybe styling with some divs, and that way you guys can actually have some customality when it comes to the builder itself instead. Version 3 is where I really truly want to shine this plugin, where we actually have, just like WooCommerce is built right within Breakdance as an element, we would do the same with SureCart here. I want to be able to actually drag and drop elements right to the builder itself and have them actually properly propagate at that point. But for now, version 1 is focusing strictly on the full site editor, the Gutenberg block side. That way we can actually pull things in properly. As you can see here, you have some block fixes like auto fix for the SureCart Gutenberg blocks, the full width blocks, and the max content of width. You can set page backgrounds. So if you have like if you're using the full site editor templates, and then using the page backgrounds and adjusting those page text colors, all those styles will come in properly at that point. As you can see, it all shows you down here the description of what gets fixed exactly on this page with this being enabled. If we go to the advanced settings, we can see that Breakdance Auto is set to auto inherit, which is all the global settings that are currently set in Breakdance, so for it to be pulled in at this point. We also have a variable reference of all the classes that are currently used by SureCart and what they do, and where you would actually edit here in the custom CSS if you wanted to make those adjustments yourself. Again, CartDance does most of the heavy lifting when it comes to CSS, so you guys don't have to focus on making your own CSS most of the time. But if you decided you wanted to, feel free to do so in this section here. Also have data management, so if you guys decide you want to delete the plugin and get rid of it from the table from your database at this point, this will remove all the plugin data on deletion. That way you can have a clean slate and have that no longer on there. If you also have import and export settings, so if you set all your settings on one site and you want to bring it over to a new site and not have to start over, feel free to export and import right here as well. Now let's go take a look at the front end of what this looks like now with CartDance enabled. If we scroll down, we can see that the text and the pricing now appear in a certain font weight. The cards do not have an over large size. They are also set to their own sizing. If we go to the product itself, we can see that our branding colors are coming in. The quantity is no longer broken. You can switch between these two easily. All the styles come in properly. The product card also is no longer so small and tiny and broken at this point either. If we move over to the cart, we can also see that all these card styles also come in easily, and you can set that to come for the annual plan too if you wanted to at that point with no issue. We move over to the shop. We can now see that a full site editor now brings in these styles properly. It's no longer broken. You can see the filters properly, and this works on both on the desktop side and the mobile side, so you have both of those features working properly at this point. You can see that reviews are coming in with their branding. And you can see the variables also come in fine. And you can also see these reviews come in perfectly too. Now, one thing I want to go over is the collection side of the plugin as well. So, for example, the collections would come in not probably with their styles either when it comes to just having Breakdance and SureCart enabled without CartDance. But with CartDance, we're able to actually have properly propagate that information styles right to the collection page here. But we're utilizing a Breakdance collection template that I've built. Mainly you're going to want to do this as well, just because like how WooCommerce has its own archives, you're going to want to set collections archives too. So we scroll over to Breakdance and the templates. We can see collections here. And if we edit in Breakdance, we can get a good view of what that looks like. So we see a Breakdance page, we'll see the shortcode and the shortcode collection here. Now the builder view does not match the front end view, so just to let you know that once your shortcode is added, it will look like this, but once you save and come back to the front end, it will bring these styles in properly at that point. Now another item I want to go over when it comes to this is how this is constructed. So if we go to collections and we go to settings, we can see that the location is archive and taxonomy archive, and you want to set your is taxonomy is to the SC collection, all SC collections. So that way, this actually applies to any collection archive at this point in the future. And to go over one more item, when it comes to the full site editor, this is what I mean. As you can see, Breakdance is not active. If we go to edit page, we can see that this is the Gutenberg blocks being brought in by SureCart, and that's what's being pulled into the front end of Breakdance for the CartDance styles and making sure that they are employed together. Now that is pretty much CartDance in a nutshell. If you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notifications of the futures. I plan on making more tutorials, more plugins, and more videos in the future. Please comment what kind of plugins you would like to see in the future, maybe what kind of edits and improvements you'd like to see to CartDance, or if you just have any questions. If you have any other questions too, you can also email me at boogie@bdboogie.com. Looking forward to the next video, guys, and keep dancing, dancers.